Okay, we're back. Thanks as always for tuning into the SC2L. I'm Jeff in Control Robin. He is Sean, Dana, and Plot. If you are just now tuning in or you've missed previous broadcasts, head over to sc2l.gg. That is a website, and you'll of course see the previous broadcast there, free for your viewing pleasure. But also, if we've ever had Sean commentate with us, it is up on his stuff. So Sean, go ahead and give a plug.
YouTube.com/Day9TV. Or just go to day9.tv, and not only will it all be linked there, but also it will have the list of the matchups and all the additional information. Yes! Because I have the ability to do things with my own website that YouTube will not let me. Like customize everything. Yeah!
Not a bad thing. Okay, well, in this match, ladies and gentlemen, Evil Geniuses and TeamLiquid find themselves tied at 2 apiece, which means we're going to go to game number 5 between Oz and Liquid Hero. Let's go ahead and get it started right now. Sean, if you could do us the pleasure.
Well, I will say, this is my least favorite map in the history of StarCraft 2.
In the history of StarCraft 2?
In the history of StarCraft 2, my least favorite map.
Really?
You name for me one other map you think I would dislike worse than this.
Steps of War.
I did like it. Even though it was utterly terrible for balance. It still had some pretty fun games. I kind of enjoyed that, for instance, you could go creep highway rush with defensive structures in Zerg vs. Terran. Like, that was cool.
Okay.
But this map...
Why do you hate it? Why do you hate it so much?
Because if you're a pro, you use Alt-F, which makes you green and the enemy red, and you just can't see the damn red dots on this minimap.
Oh, okay. Good point.
But that's fine. These are two of my favorite players. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, always known for his creative build, perhaps the most creative Protoss at the tip-top Korean Protoss levels. It is Evil Geniuses Oz. And down in the bottom right, literally the most crazy creative Protoss player among the top Korean pros. It is Liquid Hero, and of course, that is the reason that I enjoy watching these players. Oz for his unusual builds, Hero for his unusual play and tactics start to finish.
Hero is the chaos Protoss. He's always fighting with like 3 or 4 of everything, but he's playing at a higher level than anyone else possibly can, so it's really entertaining. I do want to break away, though, from our fandom, which I do share with you. I think Hero is one of my absolute favorite Protoss, has been for a long time, and of course, Oz stole my heart with some of his gameplay recently. But we do have a 10-gate coming out from Oz, and this is a PvP version of Cheese that is a little bit more uncommon. So you can see that his Chrono Boost is building up here. He's not going to use any of that until the Cyberscore finishes. And he's probably going to opt for just a really fast gateway timing attack that's going to hit with a much faster warp gate upgrade than Hero will have.
And we've seen him do this sort of thing a lot. It's a weird build because you generally associate aggression with, you know, sacrifice of economy. But Oz is not going to get a lot of gateways. He's just going to get 3. Generally, we see him go Zealot in a spot like this. I don't really know how he does it with the Mothership Core thrown in there, but who knows? I shall not judge. He'll go for the 3 gateways, but then he'll generally be chrono boosting a lot of probes as his warp gate stuff gets up. So we actually see him get quite a lot of probes in this situation.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have enough economy to back up his 3 gateways. Maybe. Nah, I was about to say 4, but I think it'll be 3. You can see a Zealot and a Stalker coming out, and there's a chrono boost on the gateway. Hero still has no idea. Unfortunately for him, he's scouted in the wrong direction. So he's gonna scout his opponent last. You can see that probe up there, and actually, never mind. He's gonna look to tech, and Sean, that's death. He's got a Twilight Council inside his base. In order to hold this off, you cannot do any teching at all, basically.
I mean, he could have the most amazing micro in the world, which we've seen him do before.
Sure. It's going to be hard, though. Like you said, it'll actually probably take something like the best micro in the world, which Hero can do. It's just going to be a numbers game to a certain extent. Even this Mothership Core is coming out late, so it's not like there's going to be a photon overcharge. He's building just now a Stalker. I mean, this is going to be tough.
I mean, this is what's so hard about a 4-player map, is that there's so many scout timings like on Akalon Waste that you would know exactly when and how to scout. But there he is, he's pulling back, he sees the second Stalker, or he sees the first Stalker and is getting out his second Stalker. He needs to control this perfectly, and nothing short of perfect will help him stay alive. Warp Gate is not yet even close to done, is just finishing for Oz. This is going to be a devastating blow.
Oh, here comes Hero. He's just going to unabashedly go out there, and he's got the jump on one Stalker. It almost goes down. Doesn't quite go down. Excellent control coming out from Oz. The Stalker finally does die. In fact, 2 Stalkers die. But in doing so, this Mothership Core is on an island. This other Stalker's outgunned, and it's just getting worse.
Oh, jeez, Hero. I mean, do you hide the Dark Shrine here right now? What do? I mean, he's going to try to warp in, but Oz is going to get himself a very easy position and may very well get a very easy win.
While this Core is circling around, it doesn't have the energy. He used a time stop to try to survive. So, John, best micro or not, as I said, the numbers game, man. Oz is going to take it.
Oh gosh, I mean, this is going to be a very frustrating win. Not just for, a frustrating loss, not just for Hero, but of course for TeamLiquid. Hero's known for having sensational PvP. He and Oz played an amazing series in WCS, and to just go out against an 11 gate like that is painful.
It is painful, and that's, that's the nature of the beast. Like, it used to be that in Wings Liberty we had so much 4-gating, and we still saw some of these 10-gate stuff. Like, there was a lot more of a risk element at the beginning of it, but now PvP's kind of evened it out, and it's in a much nicer place. But as you said, this is a really important comment. On a 4-person map like this, and we could see that Hero just had a little bit of unluck in terms of where he went for scouting, it's just undetected. I mean, Hero's out on the map when what he has to be doing is randomly chrono boosting units at the top of his ramp or something like that. I mean, nobody does that. So there is that's where that luck does come in, that coin flip a little bit in PvP.
Yeah, and I mean, there are builds that sort of take on that sort of luck aspect, but I mean, the thing that's nice about Oz's build is that it really deals with that.
Sure.
Well, I can't really find out what you're doing super early, but I'll find out by doing an attack at 5 minutes and 20 seconds with this 11 gate, and I won't even cut that many probes. The one thing you will cut is the Mothership Core, but why need that if you're going to be doing this early attack?
Sure.
You only really need it for defense.
It is a pretty cool all-in the sense that it's not super crazy like a 6 pool where if they just wall in, you're like, oh, okay, I guess I just die now. But as it is, Oz does take the win over Hero, and he kind of continues that streak of being inside the mind of Hero. Hero's actually talked about this in interviews and been on, he's just been kind of like, yeah, Oz just kind of always beats me. And maybe that's why this build comes out too. These guys do practice a lot over in Korea, of course, as they are friends and they were teammates in Pro League. It's going to be 3-2 advantage for EG over TeamLiquid, but fear not, we've got still some more matches coming down. Who is our next pairing?
Taja versus Alive. Very excited to see that.
It's going to be an excellent TVT. We saw Taja versus Polta, as you alluded to earlier, at WCS NA Finals. It was a thing of beauty, a really good TVT series. So hopefully Alive can put on a show here because he's going to need to. Taja's very strong. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it'll be that TVT.